Welcome to the Best Bro Show. I'm your host, Carter Plug.
And I'm Lil Chalk. We've been best friends since second grade, and today's topic is GTA 6 discussion.
So what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be discussing GTA 6 Trailer 2. Let's start with the trailer. So, Lil Chalk, let me ask you this. So, what were you doing when you first saw GTA 6 trailer? What were you like doing? Like the first one, not the second one.
The first one,
Yeah.
I saw, dude, I don't even think I remember. I think my brother showed me it, actually. My older brother. He
Yeah.
showed me the trailer on his fucking phone, and watching it, I couldn't believe that it dropped. I was just in shock.
It blew my
honestly.
mind, dude. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. What I was doing was I was at college, and we all were waiting for the day because Rockstar had announced that the trailer was going to be coming out. I think it was on like the 7th of December. So we were all waiting up that night. We were all going to skip the first class to watch the trailer and everything. And I was coming home from getting some food, and I was in my car, and I was sitting in my car just looking at social media, and I get a text from my roommates, and yep, trailer 6 got leaked. So Rockstar ended up dropping it early. So some guys ended up leaking it with like a gambling ad on the overlay. It was like a big old watermark. So Rockstar had to release it pretty like early. So we were all sitting there watching it, and it blew my mind, dude. I couldn't believe it. It was probably the greatest trailer I've ever seen to this day.
It was. I remember just watching it, and just I was in utter shock at how different it was and how good it looked. It looks just like real life. I couldn't
Yeah.
fathom. I couldn't fathom the game.
So do you think that so we had to wait so long from trailer 1 to trailer 2. Do you think that the like information that we got that day that we got trailer 2, do you think it like made up for all the days that we got no information, or or do you still upset
Yes.
that we waited that long? Yeah.
No, not at all. I'm not upset. After seeing trailer 2, I was blown away. I saw Jason and Lucia, the whole when he's driving and there's people in the back of the truck.
Mhm.
And just the whole world, it looks so alive and just amazing. And I'm very excited for the game. I cannot words
Oh.
can't explain.
So, do you think that the graphics from trailer 1 to trailer 2 have improved like a lot, or just a little bit? I personally, I feel like that I'm so surprised how much better the game looks. I thought that the first trailer looked like the best thing I've ever seen in my life, like the greatest graphics in a game. But the fact that within a year they outdid themselves, might have been less than a year, I don't know the exact time frame, but they outdid themselves so immensely. Whether it's the lighting, the ray tracing and the reflections, the characters, the faces, the fidelity, the fact that the NPCs in the game have the same fidelity as like the main character of Red Dead Redemption 2 blows my mind.
Yeah.
The fact that there's so many different NPCs, and you look at one like they're saying, we don't know if these characters are side characters or if they're just random NPCs, but we've seen so many characters in the trailers and screenshots that have such detailed faces and personalities, and if it's anything like Red Dead 2, these characters will probably have schedules in their daily life and follow a set schedule, and it will probably be expanded tenfold,
Yeah. I couldn't even really. I just know when I saw that second trailer, it looked like real life. If you screenshotted it and put it in 720p, I couldn't tell you. I'd probably be like, yeah, that's a real person.
Yeah.
That's a real guy right there, just doing his life. And the city in the game, oh my god, dude, it looks just active. It looks so
It looks
alive.
photorealistic.
It does. I think it's cool that the NPCs are very realistic, and I feel like this is just speculation. I feel like they're gonna have like personalities and maybe even like an AI touch where you can kind of talk to them. I don't know about that though, but
I don't know about
I
all
think
that.
I think that'd be really cool because Fortnite already did it with Darth Vader. Why wouldn't GTA do it? You know?
Yeah, I mean, if it's that quick to implement, then perhaps they could add it. But who knows?
Maybe even later on.
Um, do you think that perhaps that the AI could be added in the future? Maybe at launch there would be no AI interaction, and then there's a massive update, maybe called like the NPC update or something, and where all the NPCs are overhauled, and they put Chat GPT into the NPCs. Like, you think that could ever come to the game? Maybe like in the future.
I think it definitely could. I wouldn't be surprised if it came at launch, but I think that's something they should definitely add. I think it would make the city feel more alive. It would, and if they gave the NPCs kind of their own personalities, it would be cool because you could be cool with one NPC and then be like, "Oh, I want to go get this guy." You know, I think that would be a cool touch.
Yeah. I've heard things like people will remember what you've done in the game. So, for example, if you steal
That's awesome.
somebody's bike, if you find that NPC later in the week, they're gonna remember what you did to them, and and we'll get into it a little bit later about what we feel about the police systems, but
I got a lot to say about
see how
that.
that goes with that. But so in terms of the music for the trailer, how did you feel about the music choice that they added? So the first song, obviously, we had the song "Love Is a Long Road" by Tom Petty. I thought that song was great. How did you feel about the song they chose for the second trailer?
I think it was perfect. I think it really just when I looked at the game and I I heard the music, it just brought like joy to my whole body. It made me feel like I felt like a kid again. I felt like a kid again seeing GTA for the first time and just going crazy, dude. It was something special.
I agree. So I think that song is just, it's so good. It's like Rockstar. I know, you think about their name. What's their name? Rockstar. I mean, they're so good at picking music. They love music. They're so passionate for it. They make sure every song they put in their game fits perfectly. And I think that song that they chose just was such a good song. Like it's perfect. It's so like it's just got so much like I don't want to say I want to say class maybe. It's got so much like it's a classy song, but it's also fun and exciting.
It makes you feel something for sure.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like maybe the first Vice City game. Like maybe that song could have been in the first Vice City. Same with the Love Is a Long Road song.
I got that feeling a lot watching the trailer, like feeling like it was gonna be like Vice City.
Yeah, I will want to say I want to fix myself. I think that Tom Petty song came out in like the 90s, and I think Vice City takes place in the 80s. And I think the same with the Hot Together. I think it's the 80s.
I thought it was the 70s for some reason, but I think you're right.
Yeah. How do you feel about some of the other characters we've seen in the trailer? So we've seen Jason's friend Cal. So he seems more like he's not really going to be a cool guy. He's not going to be like a heist, like doing robberies and stuff. Maybe he will participate in the crime that Jason gets up to, but maybe it's going to be more of like I want to say like maybe more like a Lamar type character, somebody who's funny. But Lamar was also cool, so I don't really want to compare him to Lamar. But a lot of people have compared him to Lester. I don't think that he's going to be like a smart character. We know that he's a conspiracy theorist, so if anything, we could compare him to Trevor's friend from GTA 5, Ron.
I feel like he kind of gives me the vibes of like
maybe Jimmy.
Just somebody else, like that cool like uncle character that everyone has in their life. You go over to his house and he's just got something neat he dug up in the desert that he's gonna show you.
Yeah. I think he's gonna be funny. I hope he's not annoying though. That would not be good.
Yeah.
Because
I feel like
I don't think Rockstar would make a character too annoying. They're pretty good at that, making because like Jimmy, Michael's son Jimmy's annoying, but he's not unbearable. Maybe Cal will be. Who knows? How do you feel about the Brian Heder character? The character who he's like this older guy. He's kind of been in the business for a while. Jason works for him. He shows up at the beginning of the trailer, and he asks where his checks are from Jason. How do you feel about that character?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I feel like he's definitely gonna have problems in the game though. Like you'll have to do something to him.
Well, I mean, Jason lives there for free, and I'm assuming that Jason is a loan shark and goes out and gets people's debts and collects them. So, from what we've seen in the trailers, so that's what I can gather. So that character, I think his actor, I'm not familiar with his name, but I think that the acting is really interesting. We might have seen a character like that in GTA 6, but I mean in GTA, but I don't think we've ever seen a character like this in GTA, and I'm really interested to see maybe he becomes the villain in the end. I kind of predict that, honestly.
Like he is secretly working against Lucia.
No, or just betrayal, We can get into later what we think about like Jason and Lucia.
I like their story. It feels like a Romeo and Juliet type of story. Or not Romeo and Juliet, Bonnie and Clyde type of story.
Yeah, I agree.
And I really hope it doesn't.
Maybe I'm glad. Maybe when I was a bit younger, I would have not been interested in this story. But now, like that, I don't care about like whatever. It's like I think I'm gonna be interested in the story. I think that it's gonna be a cool story. I think that it's gonna be sad. I feel like it's gonna be more real and like realistic. And GTA 5 was kind of goofy all the way through. There was nothing that was that serious. I mean, emotionally, the only thing they kind of took seriously was like some like what is it called? Some like what is the word called? Expositions. There's nothing really that serious in GTA. I mean, other than when like these characters go on these long expositions talking about nonsense, about staying alive or surviving. I feel like that's the only thing serious. But Red Dead Redemption 2 had a lot more character
Story.
And don't get me wrong, I love the story of GTA 5. I think it's great, and I think it's really awesome. But I also think that
I think GTA 6 will definitely touch your heart, like something like you're gonna feel for the characters. It's gonna be like watching your favorite TV show. Like say you're watching The Walking Dead and you really like a character and they die.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna have that feeling when you play GTA 6.
I think that this time there may be a choice of like, hey, you pick. Are you going to let Jason die? Are you going to let Lucia die? There might not be a third choice. And this time it might actually be a hard decision. Because obviously in GTA 5, it's so easy to just pick to leave them all alive. I don't know why anybody wouldn't,
Yeah.
I knew some people growing up that picked killing Trevor or something, or Michael, and I was just like, why? You lose that. You just lose some stuff. You can't be that third character after the game. It's just a weird option, but... Maybe in this game, they'll be like, hey, Lucia living or Jason living? What are you picking? And that would be an interesting choice. I may not be cool because maybe you want them both to be alive and it's a hard choice, but Rockstar's given you like really hard emotional scenes before. Like, how about at the end of the Red Dead Redemption 2 when your horse dies? Arthur gets very like upset with that, and he starts crying and stuff, and starts petting his horse like that. That's very emotional. So Rockstar, they know what they're doing, and they're gonna want to do that again. They're gonna want to. They saw all the clips of everybody crying on stream playing that game. Like they're gonna want to recreate that. They're gonna want that like emotional drive because they
connects you to the game.
Rockstar's not perfect, trust me, and they make a lot of mistakes, and they've been not perfect with GTA 5 for the last how many ever years, 14 years, but I will tell you this, I think that Rockstar will learn from their mistakes, and I think they're going to improve a lot of things from GTA 5 and even Red Dead Redemption 2. I think they're going to really look at, they definitely have people that watch social media, they watch content about their games, and they give feedback to the developers, There's got to be something, that you'd be dumb not to have that.
That's what I love about Rockstar too. They're very tapped in with their fans, you know?
They're tapped in, but they're also secretive, which can be frustrating.
It can be.
So,
But I think they're going to do what's best for us, you know? What we want to see, they're going to do. They're going to make us feel like that game is a movie.
they're gonna blow our minds again. This game is gonna be the. It feels like for so long we've been playing the same games and we haven't been no new growth or expansion or nothing pushing the game industry forward. And I think this game, yes, trust me, there's been games with amazing graphics, and we've seen that before, with Last of Us 2 or even Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yes.
But we've never seen a game pushing all of these things at once, like fidelity on the character models, fidelity of graphics, the amount of ray traced reflections in this one scene, whether it's the car and he's driving and the car's ray tracing, the mirrors are ray tracing, the his sunglasses, the windows, everything, the windshield, it's unreal. And I don't know how they're going to get this game to run on Xbox Series S. Do you think that maybe it will be cloud only on the Series S, or do you think that it will be, do you think it will run natively? Because
I think it'll run natively, personally. I think the graphics will maybe have a little downgrade, but...
Well, obviously it has to, because the Xbox Series S is lacking in a lot of areas when it comes to specs. It's not with the Xbox Series X. It's close, and it's a decent little console, and I like it a lot, but I think it's holding the games industry back.
Yes.
And I hope that GTA 6 is able to be scalable enough that they're able to run the game. There's nothing, but you would almost think that it's not that can't be the case, because if they're building it from the core to run on an Xbox Series S, then does that mean that they're limiting themselves when it comes to what they can do when it comes to destruction of, whether it's vehicles, whether it's the environment, whether it's you can go into, whether it's how many enterable buildings can you go into? It's like that. You have to think about things like that because of the Series S, and it's a worry about mine. And if it runs natively, you almost worry about thinking like, well, maybe they didn't put this game. Maybe this game couldn't reach its full potential that it wishes it could have. But also
because of the consoles,
right? Because of the less powerful Xbox. And I think the PS5 is fine. The PS5, the lightest PS5 you can go, is still very, very powerful. And
I think it's gonna run pretty good, and I think this will still have a lot of things you wouldn't expect, even on the Series S, because just looking at the Xbox One with Just Cause 3, the destruction in Just Cause 3 is already kind of crazy.
You're right. I mean, you're right. Developers are able to do destruction. They're just not pushed to do it, because there's no competition. I mean, nobody's asking. I mean, people are asking for destruction in video games and stuff like that, but it's hard to do, and developers would rather make it like a live service game with a battle pass than innovate. And that's what I want to see. We've seen clips of destruction in trailer 2 and 1, and if that is like dynamic destruction where you can cause that on your own, then that is very impressive, and that's going to be very exciting to see. If it's a cutscene though, it still looks amazing. So I mean,
I would hope it's more of that dynamic destruction, just driving into a building and
that's
taking out a wall.
Right.
That's what I would hope for.
Yes. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is let's get into the police systems in GTA 6. So obviously we all know GTA 5. The cops are insanely hyperactive. If you look at them for too long, they'll shoot you in the face. If you tap their car, I mean, obviously, fairly enough. If you hit a cop car in real life, I would assume they'd probably pull you out. But they don't. In GTA Online, more so, they're very insane. And in story
Yes.
mode, you can get arrested and stuff. You run away and they start shooting at you. That's pretty wild. I mean, also Red Dead Redemption 2 had a bit of an upgrade when it comes to the systems and the law. They tried to upgrade it a little bit. The bounty system and everything. There's been plenty of videos talking about why the systems and wanted systems in Red Dead Redemption 2 don't work that well and are kind of undercooked. So, obviously, I'm sure Rockstar knows about this, and they're working on some crazy things. What do you think are some of the things that the cops are going to be able to do in this new GTA 6?
I think they're definitely going to have their police funding up a lot more. I think they definitely got a good budget for their police funding. But I think there'll be SWAT teams. I think helicopters will be more. They'll chase down your car. I think like in real life when you start speeding down the road and a helicopter starts chasing you,
Right.
I think that will be very active. It's going to be harder to lose them. I think the police are also going to be harder. I think they're going to be like when you're wanted, I think you're going to be wanted for not just hiding in a little.
It's not going to be just a star that blinks and then goes away and then you're all
No.
You're gonna
No, I
they're gonna
think
remember. You think it's gonna go back to like people remembering
Yes.
stuff? That would be sweet.
I think they're going to be actively looking for you. I remember when GTA 5 came out, everyone was talking about how the police are so much more difficult than previous Grand Theft Auto games.
Right.
But I think in GTA 6, these cops are probably going to be the hardest cops to beat, kill, whatever. But I think it's still going to be doable. I don't think it's going to be like so insane.
Well, okay. Here's a little side thing that's sort of connected to this. Do you think that 6 stars will be returning? And if so, do you think at 6 stars, maybe the military will come back and you can be
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. I think that's the only move they should make for GTA 6 is adding 6 stars.
It makes
6.
too much sense, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And
If
it's
they
like
don't
people
add
have been
it,
asking for it too.
Yeah, if they don't add it, it has no. There's no reason not for them not to add it. It would make no sense.
I don't know if we want to talk about leaks or anything, but I will say in some of the leaks we have only seen 5 stars. So, but that was probably an early build,
That is true.
They probably just haven't implemented it in yet. I believe that we'll get 6 stars, and I think that when you get 6 stars, it will be insane.
Yes.
So, regarding so you say instead of you don't think you'll just have like 1 star and then it will just blink away. Do you think that if you could do a petty crime, let's say you speed or something, do you think a cop will pull you over instead of immediately just getting out of the car and just trying to kill you and take you out?
I would think they pull you over. And you could probably get a ticket system.
Do you think you can talk your way out of it? Something's kind of like antagonize or like greet or whatever?
That would be really cool. I think there should be a ticket system. I would hope there is. Where like you can get a ticket and if you don't pay it, the cops start looking for you.
Maybe something sort of similar to like how you have a bounty system in Red Dead, so like you could owe a certain amount to that county or that town or whatever they decide.
Exactly. Yeah.
That would be pretty interesting and cool. I think that'd be cool. I mean, it depends what happens. If it's funny that like you don't pay your tickets and then you have to like, then like I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see. Like, this is something regarding the cops and everything. So we obviously have seen Lucia in prison in the trailer, in both of the trailers. So do you think that is a part of the story where she goes to prison, or do you think that maybe that you can go to prison kind of like after you do a crime if you get caught?
I don't think you would, but I think it would be cool.
Okay.
I think you can definitely go into the prison though, walk around. I think it's going to be open. where you can go look and stuff. But I don't think you could get arrested and be locked up for, I don't know, 20 minutes, an hour, because that just kind of makes no sense unless they
could break
added
out.
some type of. You could break out
That'd be fun.
unless they added some type of story intimate or implement to it, where like you go to jail at some times and you get to do little side quests in there, and when you finish with your side quests, your time's up or whatever.
Right. I mean, that could be cool. I'm thinking more like, let's say you rob a store, you get caught and arrested and put in the back of the cop car, which could be easily avoided because if you think about it, they could turn the busted system into this, because you know how in GTA you either get wasted or busted, and busted is kind of like not that cool because you just get all your money taken and then all your ammo gets taken. In the older games you used to lose all of your guns instead of your ammo. But instead, if you got busted, which if they made it as easy to not get busted as it's been in the other GTA games, where if you just run away you won't get busted, right? Or whatever they decide to do, it would be very interesting to see if that busted system actually took you into jail, and you could either wait by like, I don't know, doing activities or whatever. Like every time you did an activity, let's say it passed a day and you had to do 3 activities and you got 3 days in jail, they could keep it unrealistic with the amount of time you're in jail. But like they could like for robbing a store, they could send you to jail for like 3 days, you know, kind of like how in Bully, if you do you remember, I don't know if you remember in Bully, if you commit too many like infractions, we'll go with, in the school,
You go to the principal's office.
you go to the principal's office and then you have to do chores and stuff, whether it's like mowing the lawn or shoveling snow, I think is one of the other ones. But so that'd be pretty interesting to see, you know, like what if you ended up
Maybe there's like a
having to go to
mini
jail.
game kind of where you're like picking up trash on the side of the road.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Well, because we've seen that in the trailer. So whether that's like a mission, or whether that's like, you know, like we said before, like in Bully, if you get in trouble too many times, then you have to go to do community service or something, you know.
But I feel like I don't think they would add it, or I think they might add it with other little mission side quests too, because I would hate it if every time I go to jail in the game I have to pick up little pieces. I feel like that would get repetitive, and I think it would put people off. But I don't see them not having some type of system like that. I think either they won't have it at all, or they'll have it, but it'll have a ton of different mini missions or mini games.
Right. I mean, that kind of ties into like, at what cost is immersion fun, you know?
Exactly.
You know, a lot of things in Red Dead 2 people got upset about revolving immersion, you know, like whether it was you had to grab your firearm off your horse every time you hopped off it, and sometimes you wouldn't spawn. It was like real. You had to clean your revolver every day, you know, about every 10 minutes it felt like, you know. So
Yeah.
realism and immersion, you know, you have to say at a certain point, you know, this is too realistic. It's not fun to do this over and over again. So we'll have to see how how realistic they choose to go compared to, because they need to break new ground. I think we would all be upset if GTA 6 came out and it had the same exact police system that it's had since GTA 5 and 4, you know, where if you just get in trouble, you get a star. I mean, that's classic and iconic, but leave it in the past. It's time for something new.
I think they should keep it, but mix it with some new features.
Okay. I can see that too. I can see that. I can see that happening for sure.
Another thing I wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
Police story. The police having their own story.
Right.
How do you feel about that? Because we saw some of it in the trailer. It seemed like they kind of had their own story. What are your thoughts, and what do you think kind of that's going to be like?
So it would be pretty. At first I thought, you know, if Jason becomes a cop, if Jason's actually a cop and he's secretly watching Lucia, and you play as Jason as a cop and you get to see what the cops are doing through the story because Jason is a cop, that actually would bum me out. I don't think I would like that.
Yeah.
At first I made a video about it and I thought, you know, maybe that'd be interesting if you like kind of you have to pick. Do you want to pick Lucia to win, or do you want Jason to win? And Rockstar does a great job at winning at making you like have to pick. It won't.
You'd want to pick Lucia every time, though.
I mean, maybe you wouldn't. Maybe Lucia's a bad person or something. Maybe
Yeah,
Lucia's
maybe.
a really, really bad person. I will say, have we seen Jason do anything that bad other than like get money from the loan shark thing that he's doing? Did he shoot
Yeah.
anybody? Did he like blow? Because we've seen Lucia like blow up a bunch of cop cars and stuff. So have we actually seen, Jason do anything that bad that could be unexcused if he was undercover?
Well, I don't think so. We haven't really seen anything too crazy in the trailer, but I don't think he will be a police officer. I think the police will have their own story, but I think it's going to be like they'll show you the story of them working against Jason and Lucia. I don't think that Jason would be a cop, though. I think that would kind of ruin some of it for you.
Yeah. Okay.
For fans, I feel like fans wouldn't like that.
Okay. I agree. I don't think. I mean, Rockstar definitely knows about the theory of is Jason a cop? They know.
Yeah.
Because they tease it in the trailer. There's a guy in the trailer that's standing, he's standing in front of the camera a little bit, and he's talking to the head guy, and he's wearing a vest that it looks like Jason might be wearing in one of the screenshots. So they know, they're teasing at stuff. They know what's up.
But I think it's more just like a funny thing to them.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a real thing they would do. At least I would hope.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless they can pull it off in a real cool way.
Yeah, I mean, who knows, right? I mean, Red Dead Redemption 2's
Just
story was amazing, so I'm not expecting anything less for the next game,
Kind of like a Way Out type of story.
Yeah. That'd be pretty sweet. Well,
Um,
that was I did actually like that story. I can't lie to you.
I thought that was a really good story.
All right.
Another thing,
What's up?
how are we taking the delay?
It's been rough, bro. So I woke up. So I was waking up every day checking Twitter for news at a certain time, and every day there's nothing there. I was checking to see what was trending, what was, coming out news about GT6. There's all this stupid rumors all the time. I said to myself, I need to stop. I need to stop checking this stuff because it's stressing me out. It's making me nervous the game isn't out yet. We got no information. I'm going to stop looking. Out of nowhere, I get the one morning I get this urge. I'm like, you know what? Just check Twitter. Check Twitter, dude. There's probably something going on. I check Twitter and I look at Rockstar and that immediate excitement hits me. Like, oh my God, Rockstar! And then I read, we're sorry, blah 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 blah. It's been delayed, and it really got me, dude. I was really upset. I was upset. I wasn't that upset. I was upset for the first 3 days, but after that I was okay. And the trailer was really, really good. It definitely helped.
Yeah. It came at the right time. I first had heard about the delay, and it really upsetted me. I was thinking that was going to be my time off. I was going to take some time off during GTA 6. It actually had perfect timing for me. But then we got the delay, and I was real upset about it. I was like, it was literally the memes. Am I going to make it to GTA 6? Because it's so far away now.
I know.
But then trailer 2 dropped, and after seeing trailer 2, I was willing to wait. I was like, this is going to be insane.
So let's talk about some other. Let's talk about something in trailer 2 that we were talking about earlier. The destruction and the destruction physics and stuff in GTA 6 is gonna be insane. We were talking about we were talking about how we saw. Is this part a cutscene? When Lucia's blowing up the big vans, we think, is that a cutscene or is it a trail? Is it just gameplay? We have heard, it has been confirmed. Rockstar has said that the trailer was comprised of half gameplay and half cutscene. They didn't tell us which half.
Absolutely,
That blows my
absolutely
mind.
blew my mind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
insane.
yeah. Watching that, it's
fun
it
to
looks
try to watch.
it looks like
It's-
insane.
The only one that I'm almost 100% sure is gameplay is when Jason's driving on the like freeway, and those guys are sitting in the tailgate, and he's like looking up at the plane. I think that's the first person mode in gameplay. I think it is because
That's cool. Because the glitch.
there's like a little
You're
car.
talking
There's
about?
a car in the glitch. It like kind of like zigzags around a little bit, and it looks a little bit fake. So I think maybe,
Yeah.
which is good because that might be gameplay. I mean, cutscenes can
Which-
glitch
yeah.
out too, but you know.
Yeah, which I just want to say, if that's gameplay, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Because if we have the destruction in GTA with the people sitting in the back of that tailgate, imagine smashing into the back of that tailgate, the whole back of their car getting fucked up, and people just flying out off the
Guys
side of the
just
highway.
flying out, like, dude, it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, and the destruction in the trailer that we saw was there was one car, it was flipped over, and it did some major damage to the road, man. It looked really good. This was in trailer 1. The cops were, it was on the news, it was like a news segment, and the cops, it hit some of those like barriers that they put up for accidents and stuff, and there was water all over, there was potholes. Do you think there's going to be like potholes in the ground that you can drive? That would be very funny. People might get annoyed or think it's a glitch or something. They're driving. If the car physics are realistic enough and you're driving and you hit a pothole and you flip, if you're driving fast enough, that would be pretty funny.
That would be funny. It'd be cool too. I think there just needs to be more realism, but not in a boring way.
Okay, yeah.
I also want to add. Yeah, have you ever played 5M or heard of 5M or
Yes,
anything?
Yeah.
I like the seatbelt mechanism. How in 5M you have to buckle up because if you crash, you fly out the front of your. I think they should add that to GTA 6. I think that would be.
I think that the fact that in
Nuts.
GTA 5 they just refuse to put their seatbelt on is hilarious, but it's also annoying because they must have tuned it up or something. Because when I first played GTA 5 on the 360, I don't remember flying through my windshield all that much. Like, but I would drive quick. But
Yeah.
but in the new versions, I'm always flying through. Obviously, in GTA Online, you can't fly through windshield, which is lame and boring. But
Yes.
in the story mode, I feel like they tuned it up to 1,000,000. Like you drive, if you're going 60, it feels like, and you just hit a car, you're flying through. It's wild.
Now, think about this. You're on GTA 6 online, right? Online drops, or maybe it comes with release. I don't know. I think it'll come with release. But so there's another person, and you guys are just beefing online, right? You have your seatbelt on. He doesn't have his. Smash in. He flies through his window. Dude,
That would be funny.
that'd be absolutely insane.
The seatbelt mechanic's a good one. I think that I want to make a video about that because that's actually a good thing, to have the seatbelt. I think that's really funny.
So,
Yeah.
my question is, what will other games do to compete, especially Fortnite? Because Fortnite,
They're the biggest game.
they
right now.
love, yes, and they love to
Compete, yeah.
do everything any other game's doing. Think about the ballistic mode. That's just
CS:GO.
it's just CS:GO.
Yeah.
Fortnite has influenced other games to have a battle pass, which I'm really hoping GTA 5 Online doesn't have a battle pass, or GTA 6 Online doesn't have a battle pass.
Well, it probably will, and the only reason I say that is because they were testing the waters in Red Dead 2, and there isn't like a battle pass, but they had like seasonal content and stuff, and yeah, there was like a pass. I don't think it was a battle pass, but you can call it a battle pass, but
Same thing.
right.
Rockstar Pass, whatever you want to call it.
It was called like the Wilderness Pass or something like that. I didn't play. I wasn't interested in what was going on, so I didn't know. And
Crime Pass, whatever.
whatever they called it, yeah. It was in Red Dead only, so
Yeah. I'm hoping they don't. But what do you think? What do you think Fortnite, especially Fortnite? I really want to focus on Fortnite. What is Fortnite gonna do?
So, Fortnite is gonna have to do something because GTA 6 is coming for Fortnite. Fortnite
Yes.
came for GTA 5, right? Like it came. GTA 5 was the biggest game. GTA Online, yeah, it wasn't the biggest game. You could argue maybe Call of Duty. Fortnite came for Call of
Yeah.
Duty. But let's just say Fortnite came for Call of Duty and GTA 5 and like PUBG. Let's just say that. But now
Okay.
GTA 6 is coming for Fortnite, bro. It's gonna it's gonna no. Well, the only fan base of people gonna play Fortnite has to be like Fortnite content creators. But even then, I feel like those people are gonna switch to GTA 6. Or
And kids aren't
Kid-
allowed to play
there you go.
GTA 6. Because I remember when we were kids,
Mhm.
I had GTA,
Yeah.
and you would come over,
Mhm.
and we had to be real sneaky about GTA sometimes.
Yes. It was not easy to play it.
It's not, dude, but we got it done.
Yeah, we got it done. We played it. Fortnite gonna need to do. So I have heard some. So did you? I don't know if you remember back in the day. Apex Legends was coming out, and Fortnite
Yeah.
made their next season 8. I think it was like Chapter 1, Season 8. They made that battle pass. It was the banana. It had the banana skin in it. Whatever season that was. They
Okay.
made that battle pass free if you did some challenges. So that's a big deal, because if you think about it, if you make one battle pass free, somebody could potentially never pay for a battle pass ever again because you make all your money back from the last battle pass, right?
Yeah.
So potentially you could just that was free. So that's a big deal. Now, how many people did that? I don't know, but I'm sure somebody
Yeah.
did. I'm sure somebody is like has enough self-control to not spend their V-Bucks on stupid 200 V-Buck emotes, you know? Somebody's got all the V-Bucks they've ever had and just saved up, never used. It's got to be somebody, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So Fortnite's quick to jump on to something to like fix, like to get their name in the game again. But man, I've heard some rumors that they have an open world mode. I don't know, like Fortnite's working on an open world mode. I don't know if that turned into the Lego open world mode
GTA
that they
6.
have now.
Oh, okay.
But I've heard rumors that they've been working on like a open world type game. Now, if they do an open world type game mode, that's not going to compete with GTA 6, and here's why. They need to have GTA 6 has like physics. It has so much realness to it. Like it feels so much realer than Fortnite. You know, you can't.
Yes.
They can't compete with that.
I feel like Fortnite, when with that open world mode, they already did Lego.
Mhm.
I feel like they're gonna try to make GT Fortnite, whatever.
Mhm.
I think they're gonna really try to. Because think about this. Think about all the kids, and you know this. All the kids who can't play GTA. Remember Watch Dogs? Watch Dogs people played because they couldn't play GTA, or what was another one?
Saints
Saints
Row.
Row sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Fortnite. This is an opportunity for Fortnite to make kids who can't play GTA be like, oh, well, I'm just playing Fortnite, and it's GTA. You're robbing the little tomato town, you know?
Yeah, but here's something that GTA has that Fortnite never will, because Fortnite wants to be for everybody. GTA has freedom, and sometimes freedom is rated R, if you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
the fact that you can do whatever you want in GTA 6, that's kind of not good. Like it's cool,
Yeah.
but it's not like something that kids should be seeing, right? That's something that Fortnite will never have, is because they will never go violent like that.
I feel like I have to disagree. I think they're gonna definitely tone it down. It's not gonna be GTA, but I
Will
think
it
you're gonna
the
be
same?
able. It won't be the same. It will not be the same, but I think it will be close enough for some people. You know?
I will say I did used to play like Lego games, like open world, like Lego Marvel or whatever, or Lego City. I would play those games to like cope with the fact that I wasn't allowed to play GTA 5. So
Yeah.
maybe kids will use it as a coping mechanism. Next thing I want to talk about, speaking of when we were young playing GTA, let's talk about some of the first like GTA memories that we have regarding like, because like we said earlier, seeing the GTA 6 trailer made us feel like we were playing GTA for the first time. It made us feel like how we felt when we were little kids playing GTA. You know, it was a magical time. It was
Yeah.
nostalgic. Low Chalk, what were some of your like first GTA memories? Like some of your first, and then let's maybe say your first, and then like your favorite memory.
Okay, so probably my first memory is GTA San Andreas. That was the first video game I played. Like I played and that it could function playing,
Mhm.
you know?
Okay.
My older brother had it.
Mhm.
He let me play it and I just remember running around, just shooting, driving cars. Driving cars was big for me back then. I would run people over. I remember I do remember this though.
Mhm.
I remember when I got a little bit older, maybe like a year into playing GTA San Andreas. I was running over people, and my brother had told me, and I'm a little kid at the time. He told me, you know, when you play GTA, you're controlling a real person in real life. So when you hit somebody, you're killing real people in real life. And I swore off
No.
GTA for like 2 weeks.
Oh no, that's not good.
It, it made me so sad. I was like, no, I'm hurting people. I thought I was going to jail too. I was very nervous.
Yeah, cause like I'm sure you're at the age where you like, probably believed everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my first memory with GTA 5
Yeah.
was launch day. Launch
Oh
day.
yeah. You were there for launch day. I was unfortunately not even on the conscious realm of that game. I wasn't even aware of it was real probably until like I think probably October, like a month later.
Yeah. Well, Zane, my brother, he had gotten he went to the midnight release at GameStop.
Yes, that's
He
awesome.
got GTA, and I think it might have been a school day. It might have been a school day the next day.
Mhm.
So Zane went to school, and then we got home from school, and I just remember sitting on the floor while he sat in his chair and just watching him play the story mode. I remember the opening scene, and my eyes were just, I was in complete, just awe.
The
I
prologue was
couldn't
insane.
fathom.
Yeah.
Yes, I couldn't fathom. I remember when he would shoot above their head, and he shot above their head, and it made them move quicker to the back room.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't believe that. I was like, that is cool. They like know what you're doing.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude. That was pretty sweet. Like I remember seeing that prologue mission for the first time. But if I were to, probably my first GTA memory I ever had is so my dad. I went into his where he was playing. I don't remember what room it was or whatever, but he was playing the games. He had a PS3. I go in there and I see him playing a game, and I've never seen it before. But all I see is I sit down and I remember sitting there for like 30 seconds. I look and he steals this car from this like old lady. It's like this red car, and I felt so bad. I was like, I think that was the first time I ever saw some person do anything like bad, like have to do like something immoral in my life.
Yeah.
I think because I remember thinking just like, why do people do things like this? Why do people hurt old people? But he just took her car from the mall, and I was just thinking. But that was the first time I ever saw GTA. It was GTA 4, I believe. Yeah, it must have been because it was on the PS3, and it was in like 2008, so it must have been like.
How did you feel watching him do this immoral activities?
I was a pretty sensitive kid, so it kind of messed me up. I was scared of like Plants vs Zombies. I was scared of the really bad Deadpool adaptation in the X-Men Origins Wolverine movie from 2009. I was scared of
I
that guy.
actually I slept over at your house one night and you put on that movie and he freaked me out. So
Yeah, he scared me, dude. Like, there's a little part at the end where he's like, shh, and I thought that was so
yeah.
scary as a kid. I used to be scared of a lot of movies, but yeah, so um, yeah, so Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know where to go ahead.
I don't know. All right, let's talk about something that was the first memory of my GTA. Sorry, and then I want to talk about one more memory, and we're gonna move on. Last memory, GTA 5, was, I came over to your house. I obviously wasn't supposed to be playing the game, so it almost added a little bit more excitement to it because it felt like we were growing up. It was almost like a coming of age night, Like,
Yeah.
I felt like I was growing up. I'm not going to get into the specifics of what we did on the game all night, but y'all can figure it out. No, we didn't do that all night. Just parts of the night. But, I was playing it, and I was just mesmerized, dude. If that's the only word I can use. It's like, I couldn't get my eyes off it. I could have had to go to the bathroom. I could have been hungry. I could have been all that stuff. It didn't matter. I was locked in. And I remember that night, it was so good. You were trying to offset our dopamine by making us play like Minecraft. You're like, dude, we have to play Minecraft for a little bit. Like, we were getting like overstimulated as kids. I don't know if you remember that.
I do. I remember personally going to the club and being mesmerized myself.
The club.
Yeah, that's the club.
Gotcha.
The jiggle physics. How do we feel about the jiggle physics in GTA 6?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
They're looking pretty good, man.
Did you see the fucking clips?
Which ones?
The ones where they hired girls twerking in the Rockstar Studios and the dude's like studying it.
That's got to be there's no way that got out, right? Just think about it logically.
I'm pretty sure it's real. I'm pretty sure it's real, dude. They have a lot of equipment. It doesn't look. It looks like high quality. Like they're in a big warehouse.
Rockstar let that video get out.
Why wouldn't they? They're Rockstar.
Because they don't want people knowing their jiggle physics technology.
Oh, dude, no.
There's no way.
No, they definitely had to have showed people, dude. If I owned Rockstar, I'd show people that. It makes people look at the game and be like, wow, they're really putting in the work. I'm proud of them. They're sacrificing a lot just to get us some good jiggle physics,
I think that they got better from trailer 1 to 2, but I mean,
yeah,
I'm not interested in that. I mean, the fact that the most viewed video is Lucia's ass, dude, is the most viewed frame of the video. That's insane, dude. What are we doing? Like everything else in the game is so much cooler, dude. It's just got to be a bunch of weirdos.
Y'all are a bunch of virgins. Whoever made that, y'all are a bunch of virgins, bro.
For real, dude. Okay, something else I wanted to talk about was, so I heard this from some other creators. I'm not gonna mention them just in case they get upset that we're challenging their opinions, but they said something along the lines of, in GTA 6 there's going to be points on the map where you can't be violent, I guess. So whether that's driving your car into a bunch of NPCs or pulling weapons out or something, there's going to be certain like spots in story mode where you can't do that. I think what he said specifically was that there's going to be shaded circles on your mini-map, and that you're going to be able to drive super slow only in those areas.
Yeah.
And your car's going to drive like a golf cart is what he said, I think. So, I don't know why. I don't know if they're just rage baiting or just, if that's their genuine belief, but I don't think that's going to happen.
That's a very, very detailed guess or assumption, and I don't know if there's any evidence backing this.
Yeah, I kind of asked them.
Yeah.
I commented up the video and I said, what kind of evidence do you guys, have to back this up? And they said GTA 4, the hospitals, you can't use your gun, but that's just wrong. You can. So I don't know. But they said, man, it could be a rage bait. Could be falling for some rage bait. But I just wanted to say to go against that, because I don't think that's the case. I think the only reason you can't pull out your guns in like interiors in GTA Online is because GTA Online is such an old piece of junk game. It was built off of like spaghetti code, and
Yeah.
they just have different like instances in the game. Like in Red Dead Redemption 2, you can walk into the gun store. I know the gun store in GTA 5, you can walk into it too, but you can walk into like your house and it just loads. You know, you don't have to go through a loading screen because online is just whack. It's just a terrible system. So when GTA 6, that's the only reason, and they have those like modes where you can go in and be like, I don't know. I think for maybe in online that could be the case. Like if you go into like a hotel online, you know, you can't use your weapons inside. That would be kind of lame.
I don't think they would add it. I think the only way they would add it is if they had some type of school. But also they wouldn't
I don't
ever.
think they're gonna do that. Yeah, maybe a college.
Yeah,
but not like a high school.
Yeah, I don't think they would add, because that's a very touchy.
I think there was a college in GTA 5 actually with like a track and everything.
Is there?
I think so.
Okay.
I think there's college students.
The only way I could see them not doing that is if there was some type of school that you could go inside of that's like an active, looks like school, you know. Or if there's any political protest or just some type of hate crime, you could. I'm trying to word this in the best way, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
That's something that probably we're gonna talk about next time. Probably not this time. Is like is GTA 6 gonna drop the offensive humor and satire? Because you know a lot of things have been removed from GTA 5. Whether I'm not gonna bring up what they are, just so we don't get demonetized. But there's been a lot of like touchy subjects that have been removed from GTA 5 so over the years, so because people were doing terrible things with footage, making footage of people, you know. We're not going to get into specifics, but so that's something we're probably going to talk about next time, about like is that going to be bad. But so to finalize on that one thing is are you going to be not able to drive your car in like car meets or like stuff like that at high speeds? I don't think that's gonna happen. In particular for story mode, I don't think that's the case. Maybe for online, because that's how it is in GTA 5 online. I don't know, man.
I think it takes away from some of the immersion doing that, though, you know?
It does, but it's also like, do you want, like, if you have a car meet going on, why can't they have both? Why can't they have certain instances where you can walk into a building and it will load you into a building where nothing can be destroyed, and then there's also buildings where you can just walk into and fight? For example, in like GTA 4, there's like a lot of apartment buildings that are used in the story that are for missions that they leave open afterwards. So like if you're in like a 5-star or 6-star chase, you can run into those buildings again and use them as environmental cover. So if they do that in GTA 6, where online in particular, if they do that in story mode, I think basically every interior you can just walk into, because that's how it was in Red Dead 2. You know, you can just walk right in. If you're allowed to go in there, you can just walk right in. But I think I can almost guarantee you that for story mode, you won't have any restrictions in like a hotel or like a bar. If you go into a bar, you can literally just do whatever you want in there. I don't think you're gonna.
Yeah.
And then if the level of destruction's crazy and you can literally break through buildings, like how amazing would it be if you drove a car through a store and you broke all the glass and the brick and all that stuff and it just drove right through? That would be so amazing. So to answer that, I don't think that they're gonna do that for story mode. 100% no. For GTA Online, maybe a 50-50. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I could see them doing something on GTA Online, maybe like at your house, you know. But I don't think it's going to be anything that takes away from the game.
Right. Okay.
Definitely not. I think you would be able to smash into a car meet if you wanted to.
In story mode especially, it has to be, right?
Yes.
Because
it only makes sense.
Right. Or like if there's a concert going on, you can like drop a friggin' helicopter in the middle of a crowd or something. Like, why not? That's what they want you to do. That's the whole point of GTA 6. Why would they do this and then not let you do that?
Exactly.
Like the developers want to see that, huh?
I got a weird kind of off-topic type question.
Okay.
What would you think if they added like hiring security into GTA 6?
It depends. I don't think in story mode that would be very cool.
But in like online.
Right. It depends on how far they go when it comes to role playing and RP stuff. Like if online is just role playing, like FiveM, then
yeah,
maybe I want like because maybe you could be a rapper or you could be a cop or whatever, you know. Like it just like if it's like role play, then yeah, that'd be cool. If it's like it's traditional GTA Online that we've had for the last 13 years, then no, I don't think that'd be very cool, because you can do anything that you need to do on your own. I mean, it'd be cool to like have, if the AI was advanced enough, then sure, why not? Yeah,
like have a couple bodyguards or something that like help you out, you can hire. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, but it would have to depend on how much role playing ties into GTA 6, and we'll have to see about that. That's probably another day discussion. But one thing I wanted to talk about is the trailer 3. So when did we get trailer 2 of GTA 6? It was in, do you know how long it's been? It's been like 4 weeks, 2 weeks.
Yeah, I saw it on my VR headset.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was looking at Instagram and it popped up.
Let me see when the trailer GTA 6 trailer 2. Let's see when it came out. 2 weeks ago. It's been 2 weeks.
It's only been 2 weeks?
Yeah.
What?
It's like a lot longer, huh?
It feels like it's been at least 2 months.
I know. I'm following some accounts on social media that like count down the days and the weeks. That's probably not good. I should probably stop.
Yeah. Nah, fuck it.
But so trailer 3, so we're probably not gonna get trailer 3 for a while.
I'm gonna give it 3 months.
I don't think so.
How many trailers do you think there's gonna be?
I think we're gonna get trailer 3, gameplay trailer, on gameplay trailer 2 maybe, because Red Dead 2 had 2 gameplay trailers, and then an online trailer.
Okay. I think they'll probably drop one in a couple months.
Sorry to cut you off, but we also might get like a Lucia trailer and a Jason trailer like we did for GTA 5.
Oh, yeah.
It's a possibility. Could be like a minute long each.
I think we'll definitely get a trailer in a couple months, though. Maybe it could be the Lucia and Jason one. Mm-hmm. We'll get those split throughout like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
And then I think a couple months before, we're going to get another trailer, and then whatever's left for trailers, I think they're going to drop before release. I don't know. I have anything backing this. This is just how I would do it. Keeps the hype.
Which trailer in particular are you most excited for? I gotta go with the gameplay trailer. I just love how Rockstar talks about their own games. Like, I think they say some shit like in GTA 5, they're like, everything you do is immersive and responsive. They say some shit like that. Like, they know exactly how to describe their game. Like, I love it.
I think my favorite trailer, or the ones I'm most excited for, is the gameplay and the online trailer. I'm a big fan of Grand Theft Auto Online, so I think that one will be crazy.
Yeah.
But I really hope they do some type of, maybe like when they show off an iPhone, you know, they do a little TED Talk for it. I hope they do something like that for GTA.
Like a presentation, perhaps?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Something like that in the near future.
Gotcha. So, yeah, I can't wait for trailer 3. I don't think we're gonna get it for a while. I think that's gonna be okay. If it's coming out next May, I think we're gonna get trailer 2 probably February of 2026. Trailer 3. My bad. We'll probably get it February of 2026. We'll probably get the April. We'll probably get the gameplay trailer the month next. Same. We'll probably get 2 gameplay trailers, and then we'll get the online trailer like after launch. So like the game will come out, and then like 2 days before GTA Online comes out, we'll get the online trailer. Because GTA Online was kind of a new thing. Like yes, they had multiplayer modes in GTA 4 and Red Dead, but they didn't have like a whole game. Like it was like a mode. They didn't have like this whole like other thing going on. So when GTA 5 first came out, they kind of talked about GTA Online. They didn't really have it ready yet. Like there was a lot of footage they used to record the trailer for GTA Online was like old beta footage, not beta, but like older footage, because when the game actually came out, it didn't look anything like that. Like it had a lot of different changes to like the UI and the graphics and stuff. So I think with this, they know exactly what they want to do. I think the game is done, and I think they're just polishing up online and the story mode, and they're just waiting for it to be perfect, and they're gonna release it.
So you think GTA Online is gonna come at drop?
No, definitely not.
No. I think it will. At least maybe a week or two after.
I have thought about if it still was coming out May 2025 or whatever. Well, we don't know when in 2025. Let's just say it was still coming out 2025. Maybe the game would have had online come like a month later, like it's always been for Red Dead 2 and for GTA 5. But maybe
Did they do that with Red Dead 2?
Yeah. So maybe maybe since they have delayed it this time, we won't have to wait and we can get online at launch. But I also think that Rockstar wants us all to play story mode for like 2 weeks or like a month, and then when we're done with the story mode, we can play online.
I think that'd be fun. At least 2 weeks, just 2 weeks at the most.
I think
I don't want to have to wait a whole month.
I think it's gonna be like a month.
Think?
Yeah, but that's gonna be okay,
a lot of people.
Because you're gonna be so invested in GTA story mode. You're gonna be so immersed. It's just gonna be. It won't matter. That month's gonna fly by, dude. And then it's gonna be another just as exciting. Yeah, it's gonna be just as exciting as the launch, right?
Yeah, it makes sense too, because a lot of their fans are from GTA 5. We're all adults now. We have jobs and stuff. So if you didn't release it a month later, then some people are gonna GTA Online's gonna drop, and the kids at home are gonna get real high up in the levels, and you're still trying to finish the story mode, and then you hop on online, and there's no way to compete, just like how it is in GTA 5 now.
Yeah, and they're gonna want that, because then that will encourage people to buy shark cards.
Yeah, I'm not buying a single shark card.
Don't. I honestly don't know if I will play GTA Online like that though. Like I don't think that I'm definitely gonna play it, and I'm gonna play GTA 6, but I don't think I'm gonna play like online like I did 5, because I don't know.
I think I will. I didn't after a while. I didn't like GTA 5 Online, but I think GTA 6 Online will have a lot of good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's newer. They have new technology. They have a new software to make it on. That the potential is so much greater now.
Yeah.
But
like I said, like we've kind of hit the pinnacle of like photorealistic graphics, right? In terms of how good can a game really look. Like if we really wanted to, we could make a game look photorealistic. But
I get an uncanny valley type of vibe.
I don't get any uncanny vibes from this game. Any.
I mean, if we made it like how I'm looking at you right now.
Right, but I'm saying that I don't think that's the next step in like gaming generation. I don't think that's what the next thing is. I think the next step is, instead of making things super wide, and everything in a video game is so thin, everything is it's like it may be wide and expansive, but you can't like go into the ground, right? Like there's like a box. They need to deepen the game, if you know what I mean. Like they need the game to be they've been making games wider and wider and wider, and expecting us to be impressed, whether it's like a bigger map or more content, they're not going
Better
deeper
graphics.
in making new mechanics and new things. Like for example, like Nintendo.
To the destruction.
What?
It goes right back to the destruction.
Right,
how
right,
you'd
right.
want to. Yeah.
It's like Nintendo right
Nintendo-
now. I know they're doing shady stuff, making their games $80, but that new Donkey Kong game has full destruction, almost full destruction in their levels, and it's super impressive to me. And I think that's the next step. And I'm so happy that Nintendo's innovating and trying new things, because that's what they're best
Yes.
at. But I'm not impressed with the $80 Mario Kart 8 or Mario Kart World pricing.
Yeah. It's gonna be tough getting that new Switch.
Yeah.
It's just gonna suck having to buy games for it. Pretty much.
So, something that I've noticed about GTA 6 a lot is that the cars have a lot of like stickers on them, and I think that's funny because, and funny and cool because how many cars do you see out there that are loaded with stickers? Or is your car loaded with stickers?
No, it's not. I have one on the back.
Okay. I don't have any on
I
mine.
got one sticker
Okay.
on the back window.
So it's cool to see that they actually have like stickers on their car, like hashtag unbuckled was one of them, like RIP.
Oh, on the
somebody-
truck.
Yeah, somebody had like a RIP sticker
Yeah.
on their car and stuff, and that is just so cool. And I wonder if you'll be able. I'm sure you'll be able to put stickers on your car, but I wonder to like what extent the cars can be customized. We have seen like. I know. I said I didn't want to talk about leaks, but I'll bring up one more thing. We have seen the individual moving pieces in the car. So whether it's the mirror that can move, the seat can move up and
Yeah.
down, the pedals move. Everything is independent from each other, and everything has its own, movement that we've never seen. That
Yes.
the car in GTA 5 is like one texture. It's just like a box. It's like everything is connected to everything. Like it's a fake thing. It's not real. It's like in GTA 6, everything in the car will be modeled. It will be its own model.
Yeah.
It will be independent from everything. So can you imagine a wreck?
Which exactly that again with the destruction.
Yes.
That's why I think they're gonna really bring destruction into this. If every car piece is a model,
It can all
Man.
fall apart.
you imagine you hit a weird bump and you bust off your tire.
It goes back to immersion versus annoying. Like, is it immersive that you hit a pothole and then your tire's flat and you have to fix it? I mean, if it takes 3 seconds, sure, but that's fine. But
I think it's cool. I think it's real cool, honestly. There has to be it has to be realistic, but not too realistic. Because if you hit a pothole and get a flat tire, that sucks, right? But if you slam into the side of a curb, bust your tire this way, that's kind of cool. That's your fault,
yeah. Do you want vehicles to need to refuel gas?
No.
No, not at all.
No.
What if it's kind
Not
of
at
like
all.
how in Red Dead Redemption 2, how like your horse gets you can use him, but he'll run out of his core will run out. Like, what about stuff like that?
I didn't like it on Red Dead 2 either.
Okay.
I think that would just be a bad decision in general. I think it would really put people off.
If they're gonna include the system where like you keep everything in your car, and it's like kind of like how you keep everything on your horse, like your weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool. Like if you bust open the back of the trunk and you grab everything you need, and it's all in the back of the trunk and stuff. I think that'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
Another thing, the customization to the cars. So you were talking about the stickers on the cars. How much customization do you think we're gonna have to our characters, our cars, our clothes,
I think
and
it's
everything in between?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be super expansive. I mean, we've already seen Jason have like 5-6 different haircuts, the beards,
Yeah.
the tattoos are gonna look so realistic. I hope there's a weight gaining system. Like, I hope that we've seen a character in some screenshots that kind of looks like Jason but just fat, and I hope that's the case, because that'd be so cool if you just ate all day and didn't do anything and you got all chubby and stuff, and then Lucia could get chubby, or like it'd be funny.
I really like that too, because I think it'd be cool if they kind of added like a Minecraft, like how you have a hunger scale, right? So like, say some people, they just kept feeding their, like, let's say online, right? You're on online, you keep feeding your character, and your character is now a little bit slower,
because you're always driving or something.
Yeah, like or you could like, yeah, you could run a ton, go to the gym, kind of work out your character.
Yeah.
And like, I think that would be a really cool thing to add.
We've seen Jason work out in the trailer, so I'm assuming that's confirming it's coming back.
But they had it, yeah. They also had it in GTA 5, but it didn't. It wasn't at that type of.
Well, you couldn't use it though.
I thought I feel like I remember at the park you could do pull-ups.
Well, there's a animation that Franklin spawns in as, and he's doing pull-ups, but you can't actually like just work out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I remember that now.
Yeah. But just everything I think that they're gonna bring everything back just to GTA 6. Like, I think that everything that everybody's wanted from GTA San Andreas, they're gonna do, you know, all these enterable interiors, because that's what everybody wants. I think they're gonna be a people pleaser this time, and they want this game to be the next game that they want it to live on for 20 years. Like, they want it to just be like the next platform for their money making endeavors, and I think they're gonna build longevity into this one a lot more than they did, because GTA 5 Online, it was very much like a surprise success. You know what I'm saying? Like, at first it wasn't very successful. The content updates released for the game were underwhelming. They weren't getting any players. But one day they dropped the Heists update after a while, and it kind of blew everybody's mind, and everybody came back to the game, and ever since then, it's been their cash cow, and they've been milking it dry. So they're going to think about that stuff now. They're going to build GTA 5 or 6 to have longevity and be stretched out so long that you can make so much money off of it for years to come. I'm thinking they're going to be adding like map expansions. You know, probably like they're going to have Los Santos as a map expansion later. Like, you can just go to Los Santos. I think it's going to be bigger than it is at launch. I think it's going to expand. I think it's going to grow. I mean, Rockstar Games bought FiveM, the biggest, you know, role-playing service there is. So the fact that they own that now is just, they can do anything. Because let's say they don't want to do something in their updates that they do for GTA Online. Well, they can just do it in role play. They can test it in role play, you know?
Yeah. See how people react to it, how they like it.
And then they'll be like, well, if people get mad, you'll be like, well, it's just a role play thing, so we didn't make it. You know?
Yeah. So, I think that's
good. Do you have anything else you have to add for on the GTA 6 as a whole, or just the trailer?
In whole, my final thoughts would have to be just, I am completely blown away. I'm in total shock just even looking at it. Like, I'm very excited, and I'm hoping for this. I'm just hoping for the time to pass by, because I cannot wait. But how about yourself? What are your thoughts?
It just feels like it's been such a long time that we've had to wait. It feels like it's been so similar, that the fact that we're able to get this game and we're able to see it and we're able to play it when it finally comes out, it just feels like such a fresh breath of air, man. Like, it just feels like it feels like freedom. It feels like the same like euphoric feeling as like freedom. Feels like we're not stuck in Los Santos anymore, and we can move on and do other things. And I guarantee you, man, like, life is gonna feel different when GTA 6 comes out. Like, it's gonna feel better. Like, the
Yes.
colors outside are going to be a little bit brighter outside. You're going to be a little bit happier. Everybody in the world's just going to be a little bit happier. It might
Maybe
be
like 2016 all over again.
Yeah, dude. Everybody's going to be happy.
Yes.
So, we're almost there, man. Today is the day that marks actually the 1 year. So today's the 26th of 25. So in 1 year today, we're gonna,
Yeah.
be playing GTA 6. It's crazy to think about.
Oh man, what a great day to record this on. I'm very excited, and yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you guys for watching episode 1 of the BBS show.
If you like what you saw, please drop a follow, drop a subscription, give us a like, share it to all your friends, and yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
Take care, guys.
Peace.